Hi and welcome. So somebody got me to remove this for them on Squarespace. So this is what is called a hamburger button. I'm supposed to remove this and replace it with the word menu. So the way that you can do this is if you had the template, maybe this was HTML and CSS, you just go in and then remove this place and then remove the area where this is and just replace it with menu, and that would be easy. But since I can't access the template for Squarespace, I'm going to use CSS to remove this hamburger button. So I already have the CSS. I was able to craft the CSS using Firebug. So I'm using Firefox. So I can open Firebug using F12. So with Firebug, you can inspect this element and get the CSS classes that will enable you to edit this hamburger button. But I already have the CSS, and in most cases, you're going to find that the CSS classes will just be the same for you as well. So if I come here, these are the CSS elements that will enable me to change this into the word menu. So let me go through the CSS one at a time so that you can know exactly what they do before we take them to Squarespace. So if I come back here, let me just take this and at least select this element. So the two, so if I open here, and let me also open this one, these from here, this is what is responsible for the hamburger button and for the menu. So I will need to hide this. So first, if I come here, you see that I have this hidden display none. So that will hide these three divs because these are what are causing the hamburgers. So if I come back, and the next element we are looking at is mobile nav toggle. So this one, we are giving it a margin right of 1 rem. So the margin right, so this element of mobile toggle nav, that is the entire thing here. So we are making it, just pushing it a little bit to the left. That's why we are giving it a margin right of 1 rem, and we want that to be important so that it can override any other margins that are already there in the CSS in Squarespace. Also, we want to target this fixed nav toggle, and we want to hide that entire element. So that element is this one here, this entire thing, fixed nav toggle, that will get hidden using this opacity. So opacity will just hide it. This reduces the transparency of the element. If it was 1, if that is 1, that means the entire thing will be visible, which means it will be opaque. So if I make it 0, this entire thing will not be visible, and we are not going to see these hamburgers. And then the mobile toggle, that is the same element here. We want it such that after it, we have this content added. Now what content does in CSS, it just adds this content. So you can add content using CSS using this. In most cases, you'll just find this content is used for adding icons. And in this case, we want to add the word menu. You can add it however you wish. If you want it in small letters, you can use small letters. But in this case, I want to use these capital letters. And then we also want the margin to be -2 rem. So the margin is going to come a little bit to the right. That's why we're making it -2 rem. And then finally, if I come here and I click on this element, you see, you look at the cursor, you see how the cursor is. I don't want the cursor to be like that. So that's why I'm making the cursor to be a pointer, and a pointer is the same as this one. You see the way this one is, we want it to be the same. So what I need to do is I need to take this code into the Squarespace. I will copy that into the Squarespace area where I can add the code. So if I come here, let me close this, and then I go into settings, and then under settings, let me go to advanced, because we want to add this as a code injection. So if we add it as a code injection, it means that it will be loaded for every single page on the website. So if I come here and say go into code injection, and then here you can add, so in the code injection you can add CSS, you can add JavaScript, you can add, basically you can add HTML. So if you want to add CSS, I just won't copy it like that. If I copy it like this, it's not going to work. What I need to do is I need to add the style tags first. So the style tags, these are the style tags. There we go. And then within the style tags, you add your CSS. If this was JavaScript, you do the same thing. You just add script, and then you'd add your script in there. So if I save this, let's see how the menu has changed. So I'll just save that. And let me copy this link and open it in a new tab, because I want to be able to see if there are any changes that I need to make. I will make them right here without having to open and close this section. So let me go back and see that our menu has been replaced. You will see that the hamburger button has been replaced by the word menu. And if I click on this, you'll see that the cursor has also changed. So that's it for this video. I will see you next time. But before I do that, you can get this script. You can get this entire thing. Let me just copy it. Control A, Control C, and then Control A, Control V. And you can get them from this link on my website. So that's it for this video. I will see you next time.